Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the True Light Prophet. Welcome. So today, I'm going to be doing my first reading tailored specifically to all my Starseed brothers and sisters. I'm going to be trying to do 2 Starseed readings a week, and this will be the first one. So without further delay, let's see what's going on. Now, let me explain how I've designed this reading and what I'm using. This is the Starseed Oracle. Good. Now, there are, for Starseeds, I believe each of us are on a double mission. We have an individual mission, and then we're part of a group. We came here to help the planet on a collective mission. So, there's 3 groups that I'm going to divide this audience into. So just take a minute, breathe, and see, do you feel more connected to group 1, group 2, group 3? And as you do that, I'm going to lay 3 piles down. Group 1, group 2, group 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay, you ready? All right, the way this reading has been designed is to highlight your individual mission, your personal mission, as well as your collective mission, which you're here to do to help the planet. So group 1, let's start with you. Group 1's individual mission: fall into my arms. Make sure everybody can see the card. Fall into my arms. So this is your personal thing that you're here for, your own soul. And it involves surrendering, holding the opposite, staying depolarized in all the extremes of life. So this is something that you're here to learn personally. Give me just a second, and let's see if we can find out some more about your personal mission, group 1. Fall into my arms. Here we go. The Great Mother ushered you in. And she did this when you took your first breath. And she will definitely be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging this life can be. She knows that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, this can be incredibly glorious and sweet. This life is just a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother right now wants you to hand over your loneliness, your worries, your hurt, your sorrow, your fears, your burdens, and your doubts. Lay them on her altar. Fall fully into her arms to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. Your personal mission here, group 1, I can confidently say, is to surrender to the great cosmic mother, the divine feminine. Your collective mission: karmic relationships. Wow, we really need these guys here. Orion energy. You're with the Orion workers, the serpents, the wise serpents, the mind keepers. So you all have very chaotic minds, group 1. I understand that. I have the mind too, but you're masters of magic. I would definitely suggest that you learn, if you don't know already, familiarize yourself with the 7 Hermetic principles and try your best to kind of live and operate by those, because those are going to help you tremendously on your cosmic mission with the Orion Starseeds to heal past karmic relationships. So I don't think that one really requires much more insight. We all know about that. All right. Thank you very much, group 1. All right, group 2. Your personal mission: lost lands. I think a lot of group 2 people may have been around during the Atlantean, Lemurian times. just a second. The lost lands and finding what was lost, or what possibly you probably abandoned to see if it could be found again. Lost lands, your personal soul memories and your personal soul gifts, and the awakening and the remembrance of how you have done this before. Group 2, your personal mission involves stuff that's more ancient than any of our current documented history can even educate you about. So, as souls, you guys have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were a lot more advanced than ours is today, and we're headed back there. So as you begin to remember these times and the gifts, they will come flooding back to you. And that's what you're here to do for your personal soul, is to remember that and to receive all those gifts back. Some people think that lost lands exist in the past. Others, they may believe that they exist today in a different dimension, which I personally believe is true. But regardless of it, the ancient lands are believed to also exist in the souls of those who experience them. So in your soul group too. And you're on a personal mission to unlock the wisdom of places like Lemuria, Atlantis, Avalon. They exist within you still. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul is the only way you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands. And then we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. So focus on unlocking that ancient wisdom and gifts that you're carrying in those memories. Your collective mission, if that makes sense, the great severing. Group 2's collective mission is the great severing. You were involved with the great severing, and that has a lot to do with the missions, the collective missions of other starseed groups like the Orions. So your collective mission involves a lot of shadow work. But don't be afraid, even when it gets confrontational. You're here to bring to the surface with your group anything that's standing in the way of letting love in, and anything at all blocking love is what you're going to deal with. The warring planet of Mars is a constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. And that's what your mission is as a group, as a collective. And man, y'all are some brave guys and ladies and gentlemen, or whatever you guys are, to come and take on that burden and to do Earth's shadow work. Kudos to you, Group 2. Group 3's personal mission. Loosen your grip. Oops. Coping mechanisms, your density, addictions, and letting God in. So I will go ahead and confirm this. I'm in your group, Group 3. So let's see what our personal individual mission is as individual souls here to learn to loosen our grip. Alright, we are cyclic beings, and Mother Earth, she teaches us how to be human every damn day with the coming and going of the tides and the changing of the seasons. Group 3, if you guys are clinging to anything and you're resisting the natural flow of who you are, then the things that you cling to, you're going to find are oftentimes what we need to let go of. The food, the substances, the drugs, the alcohol, the toxic relationships, the money chasing, the people pleasing. Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it might stay. but you need to be sure to do what's right for you on a personal level. You're going to breathe easier knowing that you're shifting from relying on your own strength and then just surrender to the grace of life. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to hold it all. You don't have to take on every burden of everybody. Now, our collective mission. Oh, a fun one. Wait. We're the waiters. It's not time yet. Things are still being woven on the Cosmic Mission Group 3. So, I really can't pull out any more than that, but I will explain real quick how I kind of had an epiphany of how psychic and tarot and witchcraft or whatever can see into the future. So whenever, and this has to do with weight, there's not really much left to say on that group 3 till our next reading. But before I go, I want to explain this epiphany I had of, how can I use tarot cards and how can I be accurate with events and know certainty, and then they come to pass. I said, yes, you'll reunite with your ex, whatever. But I can't tell you the restaurant date, time, every little thing, detail. And they showed it to me as the future, the past, the present, it's all right now, and it's all in a big mesh. A mesh of infinite possibilities. But there is a structure to the mesh, and those structure beams are called fate. So if it's set in fate, it will come. So a psychic, a tarot card reader, they can look at it and see what fate holds. And all the minute details. I was doing a reading, and this young lady wanted to know, what restaurant should I use, Facebook or Twitter to contact them? What should I say? All these little minute details, and I just thought about it, and it hit me. I told her, I was like, I know it's your fate to reunite with this ex and have a child, but anything else I tell you is just going to be confusing speculation. Hope that made sense, and until next time, shine your light, light workers. I'll be back with more videos if you're interested in spiritual teachings from shamanism, Kabbalah, witchcraft, mythology, awakening, Kundalini, Western mysticism, Eastern mysticism. I don't really get into Chinese mysticism, but different magics, and I'm a teacher. It's one of my jobs here as a starseed. So it's my honor. Stay tuned.